Hello cruising world, Mick the Suit Guy with you. It's 2022, we're into a new year and I'm finally getting around to some of these videos I've been taking on all the cruises we did towards the end. I actually managed to do 7 cruises from August until the end of last year, so seen a lot. Right now, I kind of cheated, went on the Virgin cruise. I wanted to see what it's like on a different cruise line. I'd only ever done Carnival cruises. I wanted to try a different one. Now, I'll always be a Carnival guy, but it's good to branch out and see what the opposition is like, if you like. So, got a couple of videos for you on Virgin coming up. This first one, it's the long one, it's the full ship tour. So if you're ever wondering what a Virgin Cruise Line ship looks like, this is a Scarlet Lady, this is what it looks like. Now, I shouldn't bore you with too many details about my opinions on it. I'll do that on another video. Suffice to say, I'm a Carnival guy. But Virgin is perfect for certain clientele, shall we say. I don't think it's right for a lot. I think it's perfect for others. It's a very, very, very different cruise line to Carnival. I think anybody that's been on a Virgin cruise will agree that that is definitely the case. So I'll put another video out on my opinions. I'll probably do like a comparison between Scarlet Lady, Virgin Scarlet Lady, and the Carnival Mardi Gras, because, you know, top of each line, as it were, at least right now. So anyways, enough digressing. Let me show you a little ship tour of Virgin's Scarlet Lady, which is a bigger ship than I thought it was going to be. Very, very nice ship, I will say that. Watch this. So in your cabin, you'll have some deck plan maps. Refer to them if you want, but there's plenty of signage around the ship as to what is on what floor. But there's your key legend and everything, so that'll be useful for you. And this is what you'll see in each floor. It's a very detailed map or a signage of what's on each floor. We're going to start you on deck 4 and make our way up. So here on deck 4, we have the tender, embarkation, starboard side, port side. There is a bar called the LV bar. I never saw it. And we have the medical center. That LV bar was closed, so I have no idea what it was or where it was. I couldn't find it. Anyways, this is the medical center. And again, this is deck 4. There wasn't a straight thorough through way, as it were. It's kind of like on Carnival where they have the I-95, which you're about to see in a second. So the crew could go all the way along this deck, but you cannot. So we had to go up, cross and down to get to this particular area, which is the tender embarkation on port and starboard side. So there was the I-95. Crew can do, we cannot. And I just wanted to show you this real quick, because you can get around pretty much anywhere on the ship and go anywhere except down there. They won't stop you going anywhere if you want to explore and check the ship out. I will say it's a much bigger ship than I was expecting it to be. So it's a pretty cool ship. Almost had that new car smell. We'll see how long that lasts. So that was deck 4. We'll move up to deck 5, where you have the spa, sailor services, some cabins, which I'm not going to show you, and a couple of restaurants. First off down here, we're going to show you the spa. Again, this is about midship on deck 5, which is very popular on this cruise. Always a lot of people in there. So that's the spa. Hello. And then coming back from there, we're going to pop around. Not much on deck 5. This is about the only area where there was anything. This is pretty much midship. There's the Razzle Dazzle. That's the vegetarian restaurant that also has meat options. Not even going to go there. And then on the opposite side, you're going to have what they call sailor services, which is the equivalent of guest services on Carnival. And then there are also some pop-up areas around the ship that I'll show you in a while. But so this was sailor services, where you come with your questions. And then at the back there is the Mexican restaurant, the Pink Agave. So I'm going to show you the restaurants in more detail on another video. But this is just a tour of what's where. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff on deck 6. We're going to walk you around right now. So we're going to start you on deck 6 forward at the Red Room, which is where they do a lot of the shows. And we're going to make our way back. So we're going to enter into the casino right here. Now the casino is not the largest casino I've ever seen on a cruise ship. I'll leave it at that. There were less than 100 slot machines, and there were, don't believe there were 10 tables. But it was never that busy, except on the final night, when I guess a lot of people were trying to use up all their onboard credit. But as you can see, never the busiest attraction on board, but not the largest casino either. Now, coming up on the right-hand side is one of the bars called the Manor, where they also had some shows. It's a very cool area. They actually let me pop in there right now to take some video. They were very accommodating on a number of things on this ship. So, but be prepared to get dizzy, because when you walk in here, you'll see what I mean. Oh my God. This is the entranceway into the Manor. Good luck if you have vertigo or get giddy in any way, shape or form. I got so giddy on walking in here, I went the wrong way completely twice, and I didn't even make it into the bar. But trust me, there's a bar with a stage in there where they do several shows, but this is the Manor. Easy to get yourself lost on one little walkway. Deck 6 again. So we're going to continue out past the casino here. So that's it for the casino. There's a casino bar coming up on the left there. Now we're going to enter into some of the shops and other services, starting with one of the most, I'm not using the word controversial, that's not controversial, strangest might be the better word. This is a Squid Ink. This is the tattoo parlor. And surprisingly, it was $300 an hour to get tattoos done. I was surprisingly busy. Every time I went past there, somebody was getting a tattoo. I wouldn't, but who am I? So that area there is what they call the Roundabout, where they have a lot of, you can walk around there between the decks. This is kind of central midship, so it's easy to get up. Again, that was Squid Ink. Here is the makeup shop where you can go and get your makeup done. And there is the salon when you can get your hair did, as they say. And now we're going to enter into some of the other shops. You will notice there are several very high-end shops, and you'll also notice they're pretty empty. I rarely saw anybody in these shops, except this one here on the right. This was a Virgin shop where you could buy memorabilia for Virgin. So there was often people in there, but I honestly did not see anybody in any of the other areas, as you can see. Pretty high-end, pretty empty. We'll see how that works out for them. This is the Extra Virgin. This is the Italian restaurant. Again, I'm going to go into more detail on the restaurants on another video, so I'm just giving you a quick tour to show you what's where more than anything else on this video, or it will be like 4 hours long. So that was where the Italian restaurant was. We're going to come back out and go to the opposite side, and I'm going to show you another restaurant in a second. So we just walk into the opposite side of deck 6. More shops, more empty shops, more shop assistants standing around chatting because there's nobody to serve. But anyway, we'll leave that there. Now, coming up on the left as you go in here, this is what they call the test kitchen. If you're comparing this to a Carnival cruise, this is like a mini chef's kitchen, chef's table. So you go in there, they give you the ingredients for each course, but you don't know what is involved. Like the first one will be egg, and then there'll be an egg-based course, and so on. Again, watch my video on the restaurants, you'll see it in a great more detail, and I'm going to go in there and show you what it looks like. But we're going to continue back around deck 6 for a little bit, and we're going to loop back around to the main roundabout area with the lobby bar, the equivalent to the lobby bar. Coming around here, that's the last of the shops on this floor, and then on the left here is that one bar. I think they had a band in here one time. They had a couple of small events here. But I think they're still getting their feet on what to do, where and when and how. So we're going to move up to deck 7, which is where most of the stuff is. So like I said, deck 6 and 7 is where all the action is. Deck 7 especially, it goes from one place to the other. We're going to go to the front again, and we're going to come back. This is the upper level of the Red Room. We're going to walk in here to what they call the Sip Lounge, which is where they're kind of, I guess, kind of like the Alchemy Bar on Carnival. Very nice. They also did high tea with champagne, so as you can see the bottles there. And if you wanted to do the high tea, it was going to be in the chairs coming up on the left. You got one of those booths each, and that's where you sat and had your tea and sandwiches. All very nice. You'll see how modern this ship looks as you walk through it. It's very, very nice. One of the few TV screens on board the ship. You won't see many at all, and they don't show any films. They just show stuff. No TV channels or anything like that I saw, at least. We'll continue walking down here. Again, this is deck 7. As we come out of here, on the left-hand side through here, this is where you can book future cruises. They have a future cruise desk right there. And then coming up here on the left was like a pop-up shop at times for the sailor services. There's some extra people up there. On the right there, they do a couple of events. This particular day, they were doing like a little quiz right there. Now I'm going to pop across to the right here, and then we're going to come back and go down there because there's a couple of things on the right we're going to show you. On the very right hand side here is another bar called the Draft House, which had some really good beers. You can also go outside and find some seating areas. Very nice, very nice. Hidden little quiet areas all over the ship. Right there. Come back in, and again, as we come back in now, on the left would be the Draft House, which mainly just beers. But if we go right, we're going to see the ice cream. Lick me till I scream. Ha ha ha. You can get your free ice creams there. And then straight ahead from there, we have the pizza place. Right in there is where you can get pizza. So again, I'm going to keep saying it, but watch my video on the restaurants. We're going to go inside and show you a look into all the restaurants. So we're now going to, that was pretty much it on that side of deck 7. We're going to go back to the opposite side, which is the main walkway, and continue to the back of the ship. Again, we're going forward to aft here. Coming up here on the left-hand side is the coffee shop. And they've also got some snacks and stuff in there. Some muffins and what have you will be in there. There's the coffee. And we're going to progress through there. And there's a couple of photo booths. And then now we have the game room. Pretty impressive game room. They had a show, they called it The Comedy Nerd or something similar to that, who was a memory guy. And he was commenting on all the cruise ships he's been on. This is by far the best game room he'd ever seen. Games you wouldn't believe. Normally on like a carnival ship, there's some battered old boxes. But nope, they had all sorts of games in there. Longest shuffleboard you'll ever see. This was a little, they called it a social diner, where you could get milkshakes and floats, hot dogs, and all that good stuff. More games on this side. On the right hand side is another bar called the Loose Cannon. Rarely saw anybody in here, but there is another bar. I think the issue they had when I was on board was that all the bars were open all the time. So you never really had a lot of people at any one bar at any one time. I prefer it when they're a little bit more staggered. Now inside here is like an arcade. They had all sorts of games. They had Space Invaders, stuff like that in here. You can come in here and play arcade games if you're feeling young at heart. Remember, this is an adult-only cruise. But we're all kids at heart, right? There's your Space Invaders. So lots of little detours onto this side of the ship, but the main walkway was on the opposite side. Remember, we're going forward to aft here, so that would be the starboard side. We just left from the port side. So continuing on down here, more chairs, more lounge areas. When they do the Scarlet Night, which is their big red party, they do this whole length of the ship up and all sorts of inflatables, and it looks really cool, and all the crew take you around the ship on a big like party train, stopping in all the bars and doing events and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun, the Scarlet Night party. Wear red. We're getting towards the back of the ship now. We're coming into what they call the dock, or the dock house. That's the dock bar on the right there. I'm going to walk you into there. Again, was never very busy, but open a lot. I never saw more than 1 or 2 people in that bar. And we're going to come back again. Because as I said, this side straight all the way down. On the other side is like in and out, in and out, in and out. A little area where they had some bands play there a couple of times, nothing crazy. They don't really have a big band night, you know, just a few songs here and there. This is a restaurant called The Wake. You will go downstairs, that's their steakhouse. So again, now we're at the back of deck 7. I'm going to show you quickly again how easy it is to find out where you are. Blue is aft. Once we're going through deck 7, we're going to skip the cabins, and we're just going to go up to what would be the Lido type area. So this is the dock house. This is actually the dock there, But around here is the dock house. This is the very back of the ship. This is a very cool area. We got some amazing sunset views from outside here. Now, one thing I will say, I'll have a look on the left and you'll see this around the ship. They have a lot of standing areas where you can just pick up snacks if you're ever hungry. So this is like a grab and go area. You can get sandwiches and stuff if you ever needed it. And now this is the dock house at the very back of the ship on deck 7. Very cool menu in here. You would just raise that little arrow and somebody would know to come over and check on you and see what you want. And there's a little menu which I'm going to show you, obviously, as I've said, in more detail on my restaurant review. But this was a cool area to come at night when the sun was setting, grab yourself a drink, watch the sun go down. We've got some amazing sunset views and it's a cool chill area to hang out. There's the bar. Probably my favorite place on the whole ship, actually, if I'm being honest. Just to relax. Well, the whole ship is about relaxing, but this one especially, you see the cool beds they have there you can sit on and just watch the world go by. So that's deck 7. Now we're going to skip deck 8 to 14, which is the suites and cabins, because not much to show you. We're going to jump up to deck 15, where we have a lot more restaurants, more of the lunch restaurants and the gym and stuff like that. So here we have the back area of the galley, the lunch area, where you can grab your food and come out here and sit and eat if you'd like to. So we're going to come into the galley. Now this is where you're going to go for your breakfast and lunch. And you know, if you want dinner, they have some dinner options. Not everything is open all day. The opening times are on the app. And they're also going to be shown on my video. So we're going to walk you through all the options you have. This was the press, the sandwich place. The only thing I'll say is that the menus didn't really change from day to day. There's the noodle place. Now you don't self-serve, you sit and somebody will come and take your order and then they'll bring it to you. So you do not serve yourself up here unless you want drinks, in which case you will serve yourself. But food-wise, it's all done for you by the staff. There is the tacos. Not tacos, they are tacos. I'll fight you on that one. On the right hand side, there's the popsicles. This is the diner and dash where you can get diner food. And then coming up, there'll be the burger place where you can get burgers. This is the well bread where you can get some cool in-house cooked breads that were very nice. And this is the sweet side where you can get your desserts. So you just take one of these seats and wait for somebody to come to you. Now down here is the healthy choice, as it were. Just the daily dash, I think they called that one. And then further down as well, there is another coffee station area right there for your breakfast needs. And again, on the right, you see more of these grab and goes where you can just reach in and take whatever you want if you're in a rush or you don't want any of the other selections. So we're just going to come back down here because I have one more thing I need to show you, apart from these drinks. Again, this is called the Galley. This is where you will come for your breakfast, lunch, and the diner and dash I think was open 24 hours. So if you wanted late night food, you would come there for that. On the left there, I'll pan back around to it in a second, but that was where you could get your own wine and beer. And then the one thing I did not show you as yet is going to be up here on the left, which is going to be the bento box. Bento baby, where you can get your sushi. In the morning it's fruits, and at lunch it's sushi. You can get that there. So a nice big area, this whole area here called the Galley, where you can go and get whatever you need. So we're going to continue on past there, another grab and go section. And we'll make our way out. Again, this is deck 15. Now the gym was split into two sides. This was the balance side and the workout equipment and all that good stuff. The opposite side was the treadmills. The classes were free. You could do spin classes and everything like that for free. On the opposite side they were. So I did go and use the treadmills. They were very nice. So in here is the Burnham Bike Complex. So this is where I went. And there's all the treadmills on the left. And the spin classes and everything were just inside a room on the left there as well. So we'll come back out from there and continue our walk through deck 15. And we'll come out to the first pool. Right there. And you see the bar to the right of it. And on the right hand side is one of the gym sides, and on the opposite side is the other one. So you can see out the gym when you're in there. This is more the one with all the machines and exercises rather than the bikes. And the treadmills are on the opposite side. So we just walk down to the second main pool. This is where they'll do the sail away party and the Scarlet Night party and stuff like that and all that good stuff. There's another bar right there. Obviously these beds by the pool were in great demand. Good luck getting one of them. They were snapped up early. There's a hot tub. There's a few of them scattered around the ship. There's the other side of the gym. We're almost done with deck 15 as we continue down. Yeah, those beds were in great demand. You'll see the towels on them already. Of course, people reserved them with towels and walked away. So what's new? And as we approach the end of our little tour on deck 15, before we move up one more, we're going to walk around to one more area. You could come in here. The tune-up, where you can go get ready for your big night out. It's kind of like an advanced salon, where they'll take care of you to your heart's content. So that was deck 15. Now we're going to move up to deck 16, and then we'll end you with deck 17. So here we are. There is the infamous net. You can go and stand on that and get a picture if you're feeling brave. Some pretty cool beds at the back here as well. And there's your bar. They did a few events back here, but mostly it was just kept quiet for you to enjoy yourself and relax. There's another hot tub. And there's a shower, and there is the longest foosball table you may ever see. And then you'll see there's lots of exercise. There's a lot of emphasis on exercise and well-being on this ship. So there's little swing things there you can just relax in, but at the same time you can see that they're not your everyday chairs and seats. There's your basketball court. Right there. And we're going to keep moving down. Some more little beds to sit on. And coming up ahead is an actual outdoors-indoors gym, where they actually did some circuit training and stuff in here. I saw them do that a few times. I was going to do it, but you know, I'm on a holiday. But you'll see all sorts of gym equipment everywhere on this ship. So coming up here, on the right-hand side was the inside gym, where you could go. They got like ropes and all that stuff in there. Punch bags, little boxing court, boxing ring right there. Yep, they did it all. Well, they did. I didn't. And then moving on past there. Again, we're up on deck 16 right now. Going to look down at the pool. More seats. Some little red cabanas. I was a bit confused by the ones in row 2 because your view of the ones in row 2 are the ones in row 1. But who am I? Get the ones in row 1, you're good. But what are you looking at if you're in row 2? Not really sure. Anyway, these were cool. If you can get one of these. If you're wondering, we hadn't left port yet. Looking down at the main pool area, again, this is where they did the sail away party and the Scarlet party and all that good stuff. Some more of those little red pop-up cabana little things. They were free. And then back here is where you could go get your pokey. It's a very cool little area. This is again deck 16. There's your pokey bar. Now this area we're coming up to here I could not go in because this was for the posh people. This was the Rockstar area. So if you want to spend a little bit more, you can enjoy your own private area, which is right inside there, that you can only get into. It's kind of like the Havana, I guess, on Carnival. If you're special, I tried to get in, but it wouldn't let me. I tried to see if they made a mistake, but no, they didn't. So I backed up and I went to the other side. So the Rockstar area is on either side. Once again, we're back up deck 16. We're going to go across to the opposite side. And more of the same. And the opposite side to the Rockstar area over there. So we'll just continue back down here. So we can do a full tour of deck 16. Plenty of sunbeds, plenty of room to lay out. You would find something somewhere, even if the ship was full, I'm pretty confident. Fortunately, I spent most of my time filming, so I didn't really get much time to relax and enjoy the ship. Maybe we could go again, because it's certainly a relaxing cruise. Continue our walk down here, more of those little cabanas. There's the other pool again. More sunbeds. Like I was saying, you definitely get the impression that this was built for a relaxing cruise, not for a hectic cruise in any way, shape or form. These are some private cabanas you can rent. Preference goes to Rockstar cabins first, and if there's any left over, you can get them. They were pretty much sold out every day we were on board, so we didn't get a chance to get one. But not sure if I would. There's plenty of other quiet spaces you can go to. So as you can see, they're numbered. One of them, they left open. Bad mistake. I get some video. Now this was one of the larger ones. It's kind of two-sided. Well, not most of them. Some of them were half this size. So this one had this extra side here. A lot of the other ones just had this side here. So to put a comparison, they're all not all the same size. So that's one of those cabanas. And then we're almost back to the end of deck 16. There's some telescopes there. Interesting. The other side of the basketball court. Interesting. Large, I'm not sure what you do with that. Oversized chess. Another enormous foosball table. And again, we're almost at the back of deck 16 now. Another hot tub. And we're back to where that net was. There's a bar back here. And again, they do a few events back here, but not too many. So I just want to go back and show you again some of the Rockstar area. If If you have these cabins, this is what you'll get. Not available to the public, as they say. I just reached over. This is all on deck 16. And one more shot of one of the cabanas. This is one of the half ones I was telling you about. So sometimes they have both sides. This one, they just have the one side. Now, we're going to go up to deck 17, and then we will conclude our little tour. This is like the sports deck, if you like, the running around and doing all your exercise and stuff deck. So there's your track. I'm going to just walk one time around the track for you to show you what's up here. One thing that was very cool, and you'll see it in a second, is that they had an area purely for the crew, which I was very happy with. I always love it when they do that. I did get the impression they really do look after the crew on this ship, I will say. So here we go, you're going to get some great views of the ship and the ocean from up here as you're doing your jog or your walk or whatever you want to do. I mean, there's nothing fancy like a ropes course or anything like that. There's you looking down at the net and those chairs, couches, whatever you want to call them. So there's another little area you can go into. Basketball court again. And this area coming up here with the white picket fence, as it were, that is the crew area where they can go in there. They have their own hot tub, their own bar, but it's fenced off so you can't see them. But they're in there. Very nice. I always like it when I see that. Means they look after the crew. Didn't even disrespect them by holding my camera up. And there's your Virgin logo. Good photo op right there. There's those cabanas. There's a view you would get from them. And we're just going to go to the end and back around. So we're almost done with our tour of Virgin Scarlet Lady. Like I said, if you want a nice relaxing cruise, almost a holistic experience, no photographers, very, very, very few announcements, this is the cruise for you. If you just want to relax and get away from it all. If you want more activity-driven cruise, this may not be the cruise for you. I think there's only 3 announcements all week. 2 of them were about the muster drill. One was that we could get off the ship in port, and at the second port, they didn't even make an announcement we could get off. No cruise director, no high pressure sales pitches, no nothing. So just a very relaxing cruise if that's what you are looking for. On the Virgin Scarlet Lady. You've just run a mile if you do 6 laps. I just did 1. There you go, Virgin Scarlet Lady, full ship tour. Well, not cabins, but all the action, as it were. Yeah, nice ship, no complaints. I wish there was a bit more to do when we're on the ship, but I'll cover that in a whole other video. This is a ship tour video. Keep them short, don't make them too long. I'm going to do a Mardi Gras full ship tour in a little while. That's about 50 minutes long. So buckle up for that one. Anyways, hope you enjoyed it. If you want to subscribe, please do. I love subscribers. The more we can get, the better, right? And I'm always here if you have any questions. Information coming up at the end on how to get a hold of me. If you have any questions on anything carnival or otherwise related, if you need any help with cruises, whatever, I'm not hard to find. Hopefully I'll see you on a cruise sometime. I've got lots booked coming up. Other than that, I'll see you later, Cruising World. Any questions? Email me anytime.
cruisingsuitguy@gmail.com. I promise I'll reply as soon as possible. Want to book a cruise or any type of travel? We are travel agents. Check out our site, elitetravelconnection.com, or email me, Mick, at elitetravelconnection.com. We are here for you. Finally, subscribe, please. Pretty please. You know you want to. Go on. I won't beg you. Okay, I'm begging. Please. Subscribe! Thank you.